What's happening, everybody? I'm Growmaster. Welcome back to more Planet Crafter and another one of these videos where I have to voice over because there was an update on my Windows when I was sleeping. My computer, I woke up and didn't think anything of the fact that I had to put in my code to get into Windows again because everything was open. And well, yeah, my microphone disconnects when it does that, and if I don't notice, it sucks. But we're here. We're gonna build a base around here. I said I was thinking about waiting till the next update, but I really. Once I put the idea into my head of doing this, I actually really wanted to do it. So I stocked up in here. We have, like all the different kinds of things that we'll possibly need to build this thing. So I thought. And, yeah, figured to start building the base up here. I grinded for a little bit to get a lot of supplies, obviously, there. But I was also going around and getting butterflies everywhere. So we should, to try to get, I guess there's 15 total. That's what I was told in the comments. And yeah, this was the moment I realized that it didn't save all of them, because I had like 10 of them in here, and there's only a couple. So yeah, I was a little upset at this point. I'm a little upset now because I gotta re-record this, but it is what it is. I don't have a lot of the things that I had. Like, I had more of the galaxy ones, I had more of the other kinds of things. So I'm like, well, maybe I have them somewhere else, but no, that's pretty much it. But we at least have 6 of them. So it's, it's a start than the one that I have right now. Thought maybe I stuck them in a different box, but no. No, I never found them. It just did not save them. I knew it didn't save because the rare that was in there is still in there. But I figured that's what our goal was basically to build up the base there, but also try to get each of the things. Yeah, I think you have to go to the save button. I don't think the game saves when you quit the game, and I think that's what probably happened. It was like 2 or 3 in the morning or something when I was doing this, and then I realized it was too late to record. But we have a ton of larvae, and as far as I know, it shows 1 on the little blueprint thing, but you can get a bunch of different larvae from the common one. They aren't great when it comes to the actual butterflies, but I'm not real. This isn't about actually getting the bonus to the insects. This is, I actually want to put up a thing of each one of the butterflies and see what each one looks like, in the actual little pattern. Not to mention the factor that having a little collection of everything. I mean, I've done that in a bunch of different games. I felt like this would be another game that would be great to do that in. And so we have some, obviously, there, all set up and ready to go. But I figured, time to go start building on this place, because yeah, this is like a whole thing that I want to do. I normally build just kind of, I still kind of make the bases a little bit different, but the factor that we have, this little circle around a tree idea, it's something new, and I think that's one of the reasons why it's stuck in my head so much, is because it just seemed like it would be such a great thing to do, setting it up, yeah, and they just kind of pop up around you all over the place, which is be cool if I actually got some of the purple ones. And I did say in this that there was some people that said I passed over purple things. It's very possible. I'm not 100% sure. I'm blind, so I may have very well passed over a bunch of purples and just not realized it. But yeah, I was like, oh, let's start from the inside out, and then we'll build out. And I realized that, oh, it's not high enough, so it doesn't quite work the way I wanted. Nice thing in this game is when you dismantle something, I thought maybe if I moved it over 1, but nope, it still doesn't work. If you dismantle something, it just all goes back in your inventory, so it's not like you actually even lose anything. So starting it from the actual side over here seemed like it would be a better idea. Then we could just go from there out. Just gotta do the entrance, because then you have oxygen, and then we gotta kind of have that. But yeah, this was my main thing, is I wanted to build a cool little base down here, because it's just another place to add. I was originally thinking we could come down here and add a bunch of the drills and all the heat stuff, basically trying to go in there, and then when we need to actually get to the fish and everything else. But setting this whole thing up, I felt like, I wanted to do some weird corners and round bits, but I also didn't quite expect on the degree of of things we would be going through. Like, I knew we'd go through some, but I didn't know it was gonna be quite so much. Like, I was like, yeah, we have just enough. This is gonna be perfectly fine to get all this stuff set up and everything. I really think it was, I could have gone probably for more, like another half an hour of just supplying this area all the different things that we could possibly get. But yeah, it's like you can't do a full round thing. Like, you can if you do a small little building. But you can't really do like the full all the way around. So I was thinking the best way to set this up would just be kind of, you know, the corner pieces as we go, and then cover the entire thing in surrounding bits. Which, of course, like usual, like I said, I vastly underestimated how much of everything we were going to end up needing. Like the iron was so much more. So much more. Nice thing is, down here, I hadn't really gathered a lot of the supplies. So it's like, you know, trying to get some of the things. We could easily just get a bunch of them and have it all set up. I probably should have brought that over one. Looking at it now, could have brought it over one more, maybe. Maybe not. I think the trees you can't build into, which is weird because you go up top and there's some rocks you can actually build into. And it's perfectly fine. Yeah, see, I hadn't gathered any of the resources, so I'm like, oh, I need some stuff. I can just get it right here. There's titanium all around. There's iron all around even. So it's like, oh, well, this is perfect. Let's run around, gather some stuff up here as we go, and then it should be perfectly fine. You know, like, I was like, I don't need the iron, but I'll just get it just in case. I needed the iron. Glad I got the iron. This is future knowledge. Like, you know, at the time, I'm like, it's gonna be fine. No, I needed so much iron. Insane. But yeah, I was trying to figure out the best way to actually set this all up. And I figured a round part right here. And a round part right there, because you can't go into the tree. The nice little, like, you know, you can see through all of the windows all the way around. I don't know, this place is just, it's such a nice, like, nice looking place. I felt like this would be the perfect thing to build throughout here. But yeah, this is like half of it so far. Not even a full half of it, I don't think. Because of how everything works. So it's like, this overall area here is freaking huge. But yeah, I kept having to come out here, grab all this stuff. You need so much, like so much. It's crazy. I mean, I think I did the math, and it's like the amount of blocks you can get from one chest of iron was only, I don't remember it on the top of my head. I said it in the video too. Exactly how much it was, but there's like, yeah, you can only get so big of a base out of one full chest of iron. And that's obviously not even including the titanium and everything else, but the iron itself. You can only get so big, which I mean, obviously we have places all around the map. And that's kind of one of the reasons why I wanted to build here, is because I like having these all around the map. This one, yes, you could technically say is closest to the Twilight Zone looking area. So, I mean, it kind of works, but I don't really see myself using this place for anything other than just helping out, like, the terraformation process. It's just not gonna, like, it's not a good placement for anything besides terraforming. Or adding just, you know, more interesting sights to this place. I didn't realize that there was another massive tree like that. I thought the only there's one up there on the right hand behind us. There's also one on the right, I guess. Drink some of the pink water. Oh yeah. Nothing can go wrong from drinking a mushroom cave water, right? And I don't know what that was. That was super weird that it does that. But yeah, look at this. Look how much space is in here. We haven't even fully finished it. Haven't even fully fleshed it out, trying to even make it closer to the tree itself, because obviously I'm just trying to get the outside done first and foremost, because that seems to be the most important thing. Yeah, it's like how quickly I went through the iron. Just like, I should have just grabbed more than that at one time. I feel it's just so much. But we are getting around it. It is gonna be around the entire thing. Which, yeah, that's right there. I realized I screwed up. Oh, and it's still laying in the ground. I don't think I ever picked it up. I didn't want to destroy it because I knew I didn't have the room in my inventory. Oh, it fell on the ground, so hey, there's more of that in the water now, and that I remember that. Looking back at this. It's always weird, when I'm recording, my brain goes one way. When I'm, like, when I have, the few times I've had to do this, which is literally, this is the second time in, like, a year, maybe 2 years, I've ever had to do this recording over thing, which you can't build into trees. This is where I realized for sure that you cannot build it. This is only the second time I think I can remember in recent history that I've had to do this double recording. Luckily, like I said, the second video I recorded already, I can just go back and redo, so you won't have this. This won't be on that one. But here, yeah, I didn't really have a choice. This didn't make sense to me, by the way. I'm not sure why this one cannot be played. Like, it seems like it's not connecting to the ground, so it seems like it should be perfectly fine. But, I mean, we can still do the rounded part there, you know, it still works. Still have it all connected up. It's weird that it went that way. But, yeah, it's a full circle base like this. This was new to me. Like, this is a new style, in a sense, of type of base to make. And yeah, then I realized, oh, I need a few more things. Just kind of pick them all up. But no. Grab the last of the iron. It's just crazy. This is so much. It's not even like that. Like what we still have left to do after this is still quite a bit. Because I want to fill out the centerpieces, but you know, obviously I want to. Now we have the full circle around, and then of course, yeah, add windows to each one of these things. So the entire outside is basically a nice little bit of seeing. And I feel like in the future, I didn't get around to it this time. But in the future, maybe even making the floors glass so you can just kind of see right below it. I think that'd look really cool. But, I mean, right here seemed fine. All this. I thought maybe it'd be able to fit this thing on. Wait, I was able to fit this thing on? Oh, no, I remember. This was a trick. This was a devious trick. You saw how they're both green, right? And so it's like you'd think, oh, they're both green. It's going to be perfectly fine. I can just add this thing on here. It's all lies. It's all lies because they don't tell you about the one part when it's turned another direction when you look at the one. Oh yeah, just trying to find any sort of things. This is also when I was trying to see if I could find some purple butterflies because, you know, more of those things breaking down and everything wouldn't be bad. Like, it'd be nice. My tactic to get the butterflies to show up was literally just to walk back and forth over and over again. Stuck. Awful. I don't like being stuck in games. It makes me claustrophobic. But yeah, it's like, okay, I'll just add this right here. Need the one cobalt, which is literally right there. We're good. A second, just because. And then go to try to place it here, which we just saw a second ago is green. But when you put it like that, it pokes too close to the rock square. So you can't actually place it, but you can place it like that. So I'm like, oh, it was all lies. Game just straight up lied to me. So we just can make it all windows. It's fine. It is a little less space. I would have, like, some of this I think is only 1 deep. So it's like almost like a hallway. I kind of would prefer if I could make it bigger, but I would have had to redo the entire thing. And I'm stubborn. Once I put something down, I don't want to. Oh. Yeah. I mean, it works. It's still good. I felt like maybe I could fit another one in there, but... Oh, no, I could. Oh. I don't know where my brain went on that one, then. Yeah, just make it a little bit wider, but of course, like everything, I ran out of stuff. But yeah, since I hadn't gathered anything, I'm like, oh, well, we get some more iron. Iron was everywhere, right? Well, now that I actually want to find iron. Now that I actually want to find it, when I was looking for the titanium originally, there's just like no iron anywhere. Like anywhere around. See, I think what people were saying, I looked at the video, people were saying that I passed some of the butterflies. I think it was some of the other lights. But yeah, I was the super alloy, uranium, zeolite, going to these things and just pulling the iron out of here. It's been basically my tactic on how I stock the place up. And then also at the same time, I took all the super alloy out to make it so I could, you know, restock super alloy back at home. Because we obviously need a bunch of everything. But yeah, like, there's some iron, right? I take it all? No, there's a tiny bit. Left me with 1 left over. But it's a lot of iron to continue building everything else we needed. Purple palace. Back here. Finish up that part. And put up more windows everywhere. I mean, the ability to see out is just such a nice little feature. And it's like, yeah, I'm like, okay, how do we do the inside? Do that, or because of the way that it's set up, do the turning pieces. Actually, don't know how. Maybe I don't have any one wide. I thought I had only one. I guess I was wrong. I could sworn I had some like one hallways. But again, I don't know. I don't know. It wasn't even that long ago I recorded this. Just anytime I have to do these voiceovers on stuff that I can't recover, and it just it breaks my brain, just like that. Oh, it's awesome. Okay, so there are some corners. Yeah, there are some corners that are like relatively low. Nah, see, I felt like that would actually be better to do that way. Of course, more cobalt. Oh no, I was thinking I could, yeah, because the tree's dumb and sticks out too far. Forgot all about that part. Magnesium, which I did not bring much of down here. As far as I can think of, magnesium and silicone, you don't really need for much. Like, there are some things, that's why I did bring some down of silicone. But magnesium, I mean, really, I can't think of too many things that you need magnesium for. Like, obviously, you need them for some of the computer components, but other than that, like, building-wise, there's not a lot in the magnesium. So, yeah, there's not a ton of that down here, but I also have, like, chests and chests full back at home. Can't even put that one in there. But yeah, there is right there. I knew there was a spot that was shaped. That one there. Figured we'd remove one on the other side. Yeah. I wanted it on inside even, it's facing the tree. Like I want literally this entire thing circled in windows. Because I mean, why not? You know, it's bright down here. There's not really a reason not to have it. So it just felt right. Of course, just like everything, cobalt. I gotta keep going back for supplies. One thing I think that would be kind of cool is if they ended up adding like another sort of like an even upgraded backpack on where it's at. Give me like one more row, you know, one more full row down. Then I would still fill my inventory up all the time. But you know, I mean, there's plenty of time. Game's still in early access, and they keep adding stuff. But yeah, we're back here. Let's check on our butterflies, which that one I had originally, but it didn't save it, so it's still new here, which is fine. It gives us, you know, one more on the list. And then this one over here, I think was also new. I don't think I've seen that one before. Yeah, no, it was new. I was like, for some reason in my head, I was confused on if it was something else. But well, there's two more, you know, like it's 15 total. Trying to get all of them and everything. Got to make some more fertilizer. Need that for, you know, turning butterflies into, turning the, I guess, worms into butterflies. And then, yeah, I think I'm just gonna cut this part out. It's just me basically making up a bunch of resources. Alright, so I felt, after getting like the resources already, maybe come back here, trying to find the purple butterflies. But yeah, to no avail. Like nothing. I did kind of discover, I don't know if it actually is the case. It kind of seems like you want to pick up all the larvae laying around. It's literally just going back and forth. I mean, I would just get them spawn pretty regularly. And I mean, it seems like when I would pick them up, it would make other ones spawn in even faster. So it's like, I think you want to do that, but I'm not 100% sure. But yeah, there's still a lot of windows and everything to add. I actually felt like removing. Are you kidding me right now? Are you kidding me right now? This is how blind I am. God. I didn't even notice it. This hurts me to watch this back, see stuff like that. There was literally a butterfly larva laying, it's right there. I am blind. I have my wife behind me and literally going, I am blind in games. I swear to God. It's right there. Just right to my right. So, you know what? There may have been a lot that I didn't see before that. I mean, I'm even walking around picking them up. That I missed before. It's very possible. It's very possible. It's so, because of the colors, I think, is one of the reasons why. Because I have so much stuff going in my head on what I want to do here, what I want to, what I want to accomplish, what I need to go find, what I need to get. All this stuff is going through my head. And it's just like, I guess I just apparently completely miss it. But realize that I need a lot more iron. So I'm like, oh, well, we'll just go on to the next place. Go to the zeolite over here. I don't really have anything inside there. This one I literally just traveled to, grab everything out, and then just take it. Accidentally took a zeolite, but it's fine. We're gonna just take it all and throw it all in here. Why not? We don't need everything. Keep a couple of silicones. Put all the other stuff away. The larvas, I just... Seemed like a perfect place. In fact, this may be my larva's drop zone now. I may actually do this from now on. Just start dropping the larva off here, because... Honestly, why not? I don't ever really go to the zeolite place unless literally just to get zeolite. Uranium, same thing. I realized this one that there's no way that I have iron, because I actually used this place to get, there's one. There's actually two, there's a second one. I used that place to build another base. I remember that. So I guess I'm not surprised that there's nothing there. I remember that there's only one iron right there. That's it. So, yeah. Yeah, trying to find all the iron. I know I had a ton at the main base. I don't like using that stuff, because then if I want to build something at the home base, I use it, and then it's gone, and then I have to, like, redo it. I almost want to put a miner down just to try to get iron, because I know there's some that literally say the main thing that they're getting is iron. But we haven't been to the tree place, and the only place here is that, which unfortunately makes it so, there's nothing here. This is a cool place, though. I really like this one. I think this is probably one of my favorite places I've done, just because the way it is. But, yeah, it's really left us with nothing but the beauty place. Try to get resources, but this is my place that I was going to. I would literally just run back and forth here, constantly grabbing as much of the different possible things that would show up. And then I thought I was dumping them down there in the water. But it wasn't this side. I actually ended up finding it later. But yeah, it's like, I guess me flying around is how I missed a lot of things. So I figured I would just sprint back and forth. Like, I can't move slow in games. I just can't. It's just not, it's not my play style. So I can sprint back and forth, and as long as I'm going over the same areas, I felt like it was probably good. But yeah, I had another one of those. That's what upset me more about anything. I had more of the galaxy ones, and those are like my favorite looking ones. And of everything the devs made on this, like the galaxy looking ones are so cool. Like the pattern is awesome. But yeah, then we had one right here. I was like, sweet, there's one. All right, and I don't know if it's just this area or what. I don't know exactly what it does. Why this spot specifically? Because here's a second one. Which, of course, I don't give a crap on what I drop on that front. Just give me that. That right there, I think, is the galaxy. Don't fully remember. No, it's a different one. Okay. I actually think I thought the exact same thing when this happened. But it is still two that we did not have, nonetheless. That's two more. Or no, we had one. We had that one. That's right. I figured I could go find a new place for it. Possibly replace some of the ones that I have out in the world with that. Try to like bring up the insect numbers, but also try to find one that I don't have to stick in the actual like trays and everything. But the problem is I've been putting butterflies everywhere, and so trying to remember where I have all the butterfly things at was actually like, I know I have them there. I know I had a bunch over here. And I mean, I could take this one out, but there is no way. No way. It's my favorite one. The Lux, I'm pretty sure we had. That one, of course, I knew we had. This one was the only one I'm like, I don't fully remember. I'm like, I'll just take this one out because it's not a big multiplier compared to, 600. And I also don't think I put these things up before, the mosaic ones. It looks super cool. Not as cool as the galaxy one, just because I'm freaking space. Anything space, I love. Like, that's always gonna draw my attention more. So it's like the fact that we have butterflies that literally look like they have galaxies on them, just awesome. But yeah, figured get all this stuff. Just keep looking around, see if we can find some more for a minute more. Which, to be honest, I don't think rares are something that I actually need anymore. And there's another one right there. Like, it's crazy. I'm just walking back and forth how they just appear everywhere. So yeah, back to the ring so we can go put it in with the other ones. Obviously, I want to make sure that we have everything. Get rid of all of those. That was the galaxy one. Okay. I swear I got a galaxy one like right at the same time. And out here was where I remembered that I'd been dumping them all. And I'm assuming, I'm not 100% sure, but it seems like when you drop these things, they don't disappear compared to like when you see them just everywhere. Yeah, right there. Right there. It's just this creepy, crawly, gross squiggliness. I don't know why it unsettles me so much seeing them all grouped up like that, but it really does. But yeah, I had a lot more, I thought. But I think it's because, again, like I said, I didn't save. So at least 20 minutes or something is how much I lost after the grind I did last night. So I'm not 100% sure still what happened there. Like I don't quite know. The only thing I could think of is I didn't save when I quit the game, which doesn't seem like something I would do, but it's 100% possible it was. But I'm like, yeah, I'll just keep adding the insanity here. We'll just keep dropping everything here, because why not? We'll just have a big old pit of just creepy crawlies. If it ends up becoming an issue, I mean, I could throw them in the destruction thing. I guess we could just remove them from existence, but it's fine. Inventory's already full. I don't know why I did this. I even thought about it at the time. Like, why is my inventory full? Let's go finish building so I can actually, get this stuff out of my inventory. Just a whole bunch of random stuff. And I think there was one more butterfly to get rid of. I just didn't know where to stick them because I had so many things in my inventory. Like, get all the iron from here so we can take that back with us. And no zeolite in here, so I'm like, I can get rid of all that. Fertilizers, I'm like, I actually have a spot for fertilizers, so there's no point to just stick them right here. But I also remember that we need to work on this, which, of course, when I want to get the bees, I can never find the bees for the life. That's actually one of the new ones, too. I don't think I've ever seen that one. I mean, I'm like almost positive I've seen that one. I know I got like 3 or 4 of them. I'm like, I'm gonna save my game. Make sure I don't lose all these. I feel like I was trying to get the silkworms before, and all it was giving me was bees. Now that I'm trying to get bees because I want to put food at, I like having food at every one of these bases, so I can just walk out the door, I have food there. I like having water at every one of these bases, so I can just get water at any point. On this one, technically, I don't think I needed to put a water thing outside of it, because we have the pink water all over the place. And I call it the pink water. It's just water, which just happens to be in a pink zone. But nonetheless, I just find it humorous. We're just drinking, mushroom water in a sense. But, it's fine. And I realized, oh, well, I need to make up a bunch more stuff. So, yeah, I went about doing that. And basically, once I was happy with the stuff I'd started off on crafting, came back here because I wanted to do another layer. Like, I wanted to do just a small room kind of up here. Not something huge. I didn't want to do a whole layer around the entire thing. But I did feel like having a layer, kind of like a little home type of thing. Just like to have up here. And also, I wanted the place, obviously, to be putting all these different butterflies at. So I'm like, what better place than down in there in this crazy, already colorful zone, So it's just decided to put everything down here. Because it just, I don't know, something about this seems nice. In fact, this is for sure I will be putting a glass floor. I didn't do it in this, but in the future I want to put a glass floor on the part that hangs over. I feel like that would be, it seems like a great place. And just add some You know, the basic things you need. You need the ladder. Of course, I forgot where it is because there's so many things on here, and it's not something I build very commonly. Take you up. So originally, I was like, oh, I'll put a window right here, and then I'll put a window over here, and then I'm like, wait. But the window on top, I remember what I did wrong. I did something wrong that I was upset about. Oh, yeah. I needed a place to put the butterflies, and I'm like, well, I want the window there, though, looking out. Window looking at the tree, I guess we don't need so much. I'm like, oh, alright, well, it's easy just to destroy this. Just destroy that. No, destroys that one instead. I was like, dang it. That's not what I wanted. Well, I can destroy it again. There we go. It's perfectly fine. But you can't really put the turning pieces on from the inside because you can't tell if you're looking the right way or not. So I'm like, ah, crap. We still got to go out and put it back on. But yeah, just having a nice little top building. I did this, I think, in one of the other places. And by the way, I think when you leave the area, they all disappear. Because that one butterfly larva was not there when I saw it, when I was up top again. I think I would have seen it when I was literally walking over top of it. I say that, but yeah, this is why I'm looking around. I'm thinking maybe there's one out here. Could there be one out here? I could really use some because I still want to make some more butterflies and not make all the mutagen and everything back home. And yeah, I think this is where I was describing. I know I looked at the video and saw some that I did definitely pass two, but I think those two were the same one that I passed the first time, came back around and passed it a second time. I'm just not 100% sure, but I'm sure I missed some. I'm almost positive I'm sure I missed some. Just because, yeah, that's just what I did. I felt like right there was where I wanted to put the butterfly stuff, but butterfly things take fabric, and I definitely did not bring any fabric with me. We have a stupid amount of it at home base. But I also found out you make the fabric in some more silkworms. Of course, more silkworms. Just give me the bees. Basically what my mind keeps going. Just give me the bees. Add more of this. Bam. Let that start going. Then... oh, silkworms? I know you can take this out of here to make fabric. Which I don't think I'd actually even done yet. Yeah, I had? I don't. I guess I did. I don't have any fabric here. Or it didn't save, I guess. I just realized that could have been a thing, too. Could have been part of the stuff where it did not save. But yeah, I realized I needed a lot more methane, more all the different kinds of things to make, like, more, obviously, fertilizer and bacteria samples, to basically level stuff up. So, more gathering. I'll see you in a second. Alright, so, got all the fabric, brought it back with me. And it wasn't quite enough because my inventory I can't hold it. So I realized if there's 15 of them, obviously I want to try to get displays for 15, like 15 different displays up here. And I'm like, I think it looks like I can get 3 deep, and you get 3 down. And I'm like, okay, well, we'll kind of give a little space right here, which unfortunately, because it's 15, I'm not gonna lie, this like legitimately upset my OCD part of my brain. Just like, there is no easy way to get this so it's like even. Because I do 3 on one side, but I can't do the same thing on the other side. It doesn't work. Same. But it's fine. It's fine. At least set them up like this. Hydration level. I feel like I was having major issues when it came to the hydration. Yeah, and then I realized that those ones were much lower than I originally wanted them to be. But yeah, I already had all the fabric. So technically I didn't need any of the silkworms. Because we had the fabric from just gathering it all from ships. In fact, I actually left some on ships. Maybe. I don't know. I think I may have actually gone back and gotten all the cleaned out ships completely. It was just the 2. So we just need to go back and get a tiny bit more. But the nice thing, like I said, about the home base is we had so much. And it was literally just sitting right here. So it was super easy to get everything that I needed. Figured I'd grab all the butterflies at the same time, because that way we could start putting them in there. I had seen some of them, so I mean, this is actually the first time that I even got to see any. Or a couple of them. Got bees, which is awesome, because to add the food you need 2 bees. There's 1, so I mean, it's something. And I already made sure to make up everything else I needed, so I knew we were good there. Add all that, bam, start up that thing, hoping for some bees, and then break this thing down because, and not the bee that I need. I kind of remember bees being an issue to get. It's like, I get the randomization on butterflies. I do feel like the randomization when it comes to bees is a different story. Like, I don't know. Not exactly sure like where the process was. What bees and silkworms, you know, I would not imagine those things on the same scale. Like to mutate into. It just seems like a weird thing to mutate into. But yeah, put the last of them up here. That way we can get all our butterflies placed in everything. So I figured, you know, start with the fancy ones first. Which, I mean, I didn't think about it at the time of doing all this, but I realized as I was placing them, like, purple place down there kind of kind of messes with the colors of everything a little bit. I don't think it's necessarily in a bad way, but it definitely messes with the color scheme a little. Some of these are like, I really do feel like the devs did an awesome job on the patterns of some of these. They're like so cool looking. Like that one right there, look at that. It's like a tie-dye freaking butterfly. That's so cool looking. It only leaves us with 4 left to get. But I mean, as far as all of them, the galaxy one is definitely my favorite. I mean, I don't remember what it's even called. The mosaic one is pretty awesome. But the tie-dye would be the second favorite. Like, look at that thing. It's just so crazy. I mean, the other ones are really cool still, but I don't know. The tie-dye one just trips me out. I think it's just because it's just so much colors and the swirls and the pattern is interesting. And it's funny on how many times storms happened during this. While I was like underground, because the storms, you could sometimes hear things hitting above, but for the most part, it's just like, yeah, storms would just continuously happen. Oh god, everything's freaking out. That's not good. I don't remember if that was happening or not. It could have been. I realized though, I was like, oh god, I have no water. I don't think I've ever hit the point where I had 0 water. It's the first time, unless it's like it's been me just panicking trying to get water, but yeah. As far as what I wanted in here, I was started thinking, you know, something I do like in every single base. Obviously, I like having some storage in every base, but I figured I'd do that after the recording itself. But I do like having all the different screens, so I at least have more of an idea of what is happening. Yeah, and then I realized, oh, apparently whatever the storm was just dropped a bunch of osmium. That's just laying out here all over the place. Kind of surprised me. I think because I've been teleporting between these places, some of the meteors came down, and I never heard them. Because of that. I thought at first maybe it was, you know, the plasma one. But don't think that drops osmium. I don't remember which storm drops osmium. I know one does. And that right there is why I did not want to grab the iron, because that actually lowered my iron way, way down from where it originally needed to be. And I thought, let's add some flowers there and some butterflies, right? I mean, I want to make the place look really good, so I figured we could add one of those flower things, but also add some butterflies. And of course, what do flower things take? They take more fertilizer. So what comes next? A whole bunch of grinding out to make all these different things, and I'll see you in a second. So I was trying to figure out exactly where I wanted to place these things, because like I said, I like having these at each place. It gives me an idea of everything that we need. And I figured, you know, right there, because I did windows on everything, it's not going to fully work. And I didn't think that I could even fit this on here because of the windows. I didn't think you could put stuff on windows. Like, I swear I tried that in the past. And then, like, yelled at me constantly telling me that this isn't going to work. And I'm like, well, crap, man, what do I do? But, I mean, it did let me put windows here, so I figured, why not? We're going to kind of do this. Set this thing up all nice right there. And then, of course, you know, we gotta add ourselves the third one, which just realized, maybe at the time I realized, but that is the exact same one that's up there already. I'm like, I don't know where else to put this. Okay, I did realize. Oh, I honestly don't remember. so I needed the aluminum. But that was the one thing that I brought down here. I left super alloy, I left everything else. I brought some aluminum because I do remember that you need aluminum for several things in this. I'm like, okay, well, it's not going to fit down there. It's just too big. So we could just put it on the opposite side when you first come in the door. Because, you know, it works. And I'm like, well, crap, why can't I place it? Because it's backwards. Gotta turn it, plop it down right there. And then we can start adding everything else. Like, gotta have a nice little desk, of course. Gotta have the different screens and everything. And I like having power. Power lets you know exactly how much power you have left. Having a little crafting station if I need to make anything, just the basic crafting. Because I think for the screen, yeah, you need the what is it called? I can't remember. The map. Oh my god, there we go, the mapping screen. So, in order to do that, you actually need to make a compass and everything. It's crazy. All those were full when I started this. How much I actually went through. Just building this place up. I mean, I guess I was still pretty good. The only thing I was really short on was iron. And that's just because you need so much iron for flipping everything. Insane. Needed more silicone. Luckily, we still had that whole bunch of that back in there as well. I don't feel like the satellite one is one that I necessarily really need everywhere. Because I don't need to see how many satellites are flying around in space. That doesn't help me at any point in time. Other than maybe when I'm at the home base, just looking like, will this work here? You know, how many more satellites should I put up there? What's the multiplier? Put out here, I don't know. Mapping, yes, because then I can actually see all around. The power, yes, because then I know if I'm gonna like overwhelm my power by adding heat or something, which I would like to add down here at some point. Heat and drills and everything. And then messages in case I happen to be here when, you know, the game decides to update and add some messages. Figured why not? The only other thing would be blueprints. I'm like, I'll throw it over here, put it off to the side in case they end up adding more screens at some point, because they have added, obviously, 2 extras. The animal, fish, plant, bug, or whatever it is, that one didn't exist until this update. The satellite one, I think, was the last update? I don't know exactly when that one came out. That one just didn't even know existed until it was just there. So, I mean, some things definitely come into play at other points in time. But then I was like, okay, so we need random stuff, get some food, you know, eat that. Oh, and then I didn't even make up the fertilizers yet. So I think this is where we just need to start messing with fertilizer. Get everything all made up. But nice thing is, algae and everything is all out here. So, yep, this just went about another gathering spree and building spree. So I'll see you in a second again. I'm just cutting this stuff out. I wouldn't normally keep it in the video because I was talking during this, but I don't remember what it was, and it's just a bunch of gathering without the actual original commentary. I just feel like it's not worth keeping. So I will see you in a second when I go to do something else. Alright, so with 2 bees, the second bee finished up, I figured it's time to put the outdoor farm down, because that gives us the ability to have our own food. I realized that we also needed seeds, but I'm like, let's see what else we need for everything else. So butterfly stuff, you know, all the different little bits here. I knew I had some of it, so it was fine for that. And then I figured, you know, a water source if we actually need the actual individual water pieces compared to where I could just walk down and get the pink water. I mean, hey, we're inside the cave. Should be pink water inside there. Right? Should be mushroom water. It'd be perfectly fine. And there was one thing I did in the grindy bit that I actually changed, which I proceeded to add another water thing outside here in the river, because that way the 4 water there was just not enough for all of the algae and everything else I had to combine it with. But I wanted to flower down here because, I mean, again, I like the flowers. I guess it does kind of bog spring down a little bit, but I mean, I didn't really have any problems here, I don't think. I was like, oh, well, maybe there's a butterfly thing. Kept looking at the beehive, thinking this is what I need to make the item. Not thinking about the fact that it's the beehive, it's not the butterfly thing. I swear to God, I've made that I've made the same mistake multiple times where I'm like, okay, these are the supplies I need to make this. for the butterflies. It's not the right thing. I kept going to the wrong thing, losing my mind, and I'm like, wait a second. This doesn't seem right. I'm missing something here. Oh, and it's just, I had to make up a whole bunch more stuff, I thought. But it's like, the worst part was, I mean, I guess I did need it, but not to the degree that I thought I did. That was like my big mistake. I was like, I need more algae. We have to go get more algae. Got to get more stuff. Go to the home base. Do all this stuff. So it's a little bit more grindy bit I had to take care of. So I realized on top of everything, we actually are going to need some butterflies. So I did come over here to start gathering some of the butterflies that were just randomly around. Got a couple of them right there. Just literally running back and forth on that. Then it's time to go back for Palace, so we can start slapping our butterfly things down. And I'm like, let's put one right here. Of course, I want it, you know, relatively close. I got the Galaxy ones, which is awesome. I'm super happy about that. I was like, yeah. Galaxy ones, put another one like right over here. Because, you know, make our entrance all nice and butterfly-esque, I guess. But yeah, I mean, this is basically where I felt like it was pretty good. I was pretty happy with it. Got a nice big circular base. At this point, I was also like just crossing over an hour on the recording. I'm like, well, crap, I'm gonna have to leave. I did forget one thing, which is that I needed the beans, because obviously I want food to be there. So I need to be able to actually put the food in there. Which I don't know if they changed or something. I couldn't actually... I remember just clicking on this before and putting the stuff in. Now you gotta click on that part right there. So, I mean, it's not a big deal. It's just something that I was very confused about. Now I like don't remember if I had to do that in the origin. I was just clicking in the perfect spot or not. But yeah, I was pretty happy with this. I was happy with how this place came together. At first, I was a little hesitant, like thinking, man, this may not look as nice as I thought it would. I think this turned out great. I think the grass down here, with the color and everything, made it look pretty awesome. I did find out F2 turns off your HUD, so it's like it gives you a really nice scenic view. Also very good for thumbnails. But yeah, I'm gonna leave it here. So hit the like button, leave comments. Let me know what you thought of this voice overlay thing, and yeah, we're at 60%, so we're slightly towards fish. I don't know where we'll be when it comes out, but the next update. But yeah, thank you for watching. I hope we don't have to do this for a long time. I said that in the last one, and it's been like maybe a month. But yep, bye-bye for now.